Hi, I'm Benjamin Barr with the Wyoming Liberty Group, and I want to talk today a little bit about free speech. Whether we're a child, whether we're an adult, at many points in our life, the issue of being able to express ourselves, being responsible in our communication, and being heard are very important. And I want to share a little bit about my life and how that's moved into my litigation and protecting people's right to be able to go out and speak, especially about those in power. When I was a kid, I grew up in rural Wisconsin in kind of a backwater area, and there were two mentally slow children in my class, about grades 4 to 5. And I had a particular distaste when bullies and kind of rough guys in class decided that they wanted to demean these kids as frequently as they could and expected that no one would stand up, no one would speak in their defense. I took the risk to do that, and I learned very quickly that those who have assumed a place of power and have that kind of bullying mentality don't like it very much. So I had several afternoons of bloody noses and battles back and forth, but I started at a very early age to learn the value and the virtue of speaking and in learning that right of self-expression to do great good in society. And as I went on in school, I was a precocious kind of child, and I liked to poke teachers with questions and try to add more to the debate. And some teachers were very good about that, but others, they wanted to shut it down and just stop the debate and control it, just have one path that we're going on. And it really disturbed me as a teenager, and so I learned to value more and more that ability and the protections that we have in this country to be able to go out and share our views. We'll fast forward several years, and we get into law school, and I had already done studies of the founders and their commitment to free expression. And when I saw what the courts were doing with this very special protection that we have in the First Amendment, that says that Congress shall not abridge the right to be able to speak freely, and saw how they turned it from an absolute right and a value into an exception, something that we need to be fearful of, something that we need to control and regulate. It disturbed me ever the more. And I had the fortunate opportunity coming out of law school to be able to get into this national litigation and debate over free speech. Is this some antiquated idea? Is this an old idea? We don't need this anymore. Or is it really still part of what America's about and keeping our ability to be able to govern ourselves, to be able to run our own affairs in our day-to-day lives? And I found it to be remarkably so. I started litigating against what we call campaign finance reforms. They're dressed up as very pretty systems, but they're more often than not complicated systems that are just mere copies of everything I experienced in life. A few people in power trying to control what grassroots people, oftentimes what conservative people want to be able to share with America, often about those who are in power. I mean, this is the very basis of what our framers thought was important to our ability for this country to flourish and for expression to reign supreme. And I'm tickled that I get to continue that today with Wyoming Liberty Group, with our litigation in free speech versus FEC, with 3 men from Wyoming who want to speak out about issues in the Obama administration and the federal election commission that is charged with monitoring this massive regulatory program, doesn't even understand the law, shuts down speech day to day. We're taking them on in the 10th Circuit, and we just encourage you to stay tuned and keep up in this matter. Thank you.